Hey guys, this is Miko from MO Sound Lab, and one thing that I feel like we're not talking about enough is how to get super authentic Vox type tones with our Helix. So what I've done is just boost the drive all the way up, as I would actually do with the real amplifier as well, to get the maximum amount of saturation. Then the rest of it is actually just trying to match the EQ balance of the real amplifier. And it's kind of weird because the real amplifier doesn't have a presence control. I actually had the settings pretty much at noon on the real amp, but this is kind of the settings that match up the EQ and drive section with the real 60s Vox Sub Boost AC30. So the cool thing here is that I'm actually using IRs from our latest cat pack called VX30, and those are actual IRs shot with the real Vox through the combo and me capturing them with 8 different microphones the way that I do. I'll just quickly remind you how you actually go about adding these IRs to your Helix. So here I have a folder with the IRs called Helix, and all you actually have to do is drag and drop these files into the impulse window of your HX edit. So it'll prompt you about overriding. Just say yes, and that's all you need to do. And now you have 8 different microphones with 5 different brightness variations and 6 real life mixes of mixing multiple microphones on a 60s AC30. And this is a really easy way to get super authentic tones. And if you don't know all the artists that use this amplifier, especially the 60s version, we can start with the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, Queen, U2, and it all goes down to even modern artists like the Foo Fighters or Arctic Monkeys. I'll play some riffs that you'll kind of recognize. So for example, from the Arctic Monkeys AM album. And something like so yes, it's a very recognizable sound, and I'm even using the wrong type of guitar for this example. Another example would be sort of your Queen type tone. So and you know, that sounds really good. For example, and I'm definitely using the wrong type of guitar for that, but you know, the tone is very authentic and you can recognize it easily. So with the variation that you have with the pack is actually all the 8 microphones with 5 different variations. So I'll just go through the different types of microphones that you can get in this pack. So right now I'm gonna try out the 121, which is kind of a ribbon microphone. This is how you get the most low end out of your Vox. So then a 160, also a ribbon mic, kind of a little bit less low end. I really like that one. And then a condenser microphone, so this is a Neumann. You'll probably get the idea that all these microphones sound different, but they all sound really pleasant. The 421 is the sharpest sounding one. You can even pull off some metal with that microphone. And then obviously the classics, the 57. and it sounds really professional once again, and well, you get the idea. Let's just quickly run through these. 58. And the 7B that I was actually using for the first demos before. A little bit out of tune there, but it's okay. And the 906. And then you have 6 different mixes, and of these mixes I'm kind of trying to name them so that you kind of understand what they're trying to do. The Acey is the first one. This is kind of your Queen-esque IR, meaning that it will sound super creamy no matter what you do with it. I mean, you can give it a really bright signal and it will fatten it up. You know, it's really fat sounding one. Then you have a little bit more bottom end. Then you have more of a British sound. This is actually my favorite mix out of these. A modern sounding one, so you can even try some metal or something if you want to. A narrow sounding one, if you kind of know some bands like Green Day use AC30 for this lo-fi type effect, so they'll actually record some of the parts with kind of a really vintage narrow sounding Vox tone. This is that tone. So I'll kind of demonstrate this. So this is the super narrow sound. Then when you choose something different like the British one, it's a more full sounding one, more low end and more high end and more everything. So ultimately the wide one is the most expanded with the most low end and most high end, and that's kind of the opposite of the narrow one. Okay, one last thing is to obviously show you the power of these IRs. So in the Helix you actually have 2 options. You have the silver bell and the blue bell. I'm not sure if these are the modern reissue ones, but let's just compare these. So the silver bell stock cabinet in your Helix sounds like this. And the blue bell sounds like this. And with our IRs of the real 60s, AC30. So that's kind of the comparison of what you actually get and what the quality difference is between these IRs. And as you can hear, there's actually a huge difference in sound. Okay, thank you for watching the video, and I hope you get some awesome AC30 sounds after watching this video, and let me know how you like them. Cheers and bye bye.